Well, Governor Stitt and Attorney General Gentner Drummond finding themselves at odds with each other yet again. This time it all has to do with a decision dropped by the state Supreme Court today.
News 4's Spencer Humphrey is here sorting it all out for us. Spencer.
Yeah, well, Kevin and Heather, this one gets a little complicated. It all has to do with who gets to represent the state in lawsuits. Stitt and Drummond each believing that power lies with them.
Dueling press releases from Governor Stitt and Attorney General Drummond Wednesday afternoon, each of them seemingly claiming victory over the other in a state Supreme Court decision. So who is right? It's complicated. The Supreme Court decision all had to do with a legal battle between Governor Stitt and 4 Native American tribes involving gaming compacts.
This issue involving the gaming compacts has gone back several years. There have been 2 separate Supreme Court opinions, both of which went against the governor. Governor Stitt sent in what his version of the compacts were to the federal government for approval.
Attorney Ed Blau says in response to Stitt's move, the tribes then sued the state.
Governor Stitt hired his own legal counsel to fight the lawsuits.
And that's where Drummond comes in.
Attorney General Drummond wanted to take over for those law firms.
He says Drummond didn't feel like this was a lawsuit the state should keep fighting against.
The governor, in his official capacity, has taken a position with respect to these gaming compacts with the tribes. That position is diametrically opposite of what the tribes want, and in this particular case, Attorney General Drummond feels that Governor Stitt's position is incorrect. And the Attorney General is separately elected from the governor.
Drummond argued he, as the Attorney General, has authority to represent the state on all legal issues, including this one. Meanwhile, Stitt argued he, as governor, has that authority to decide who represents the state, whether it be the AG or another law firm. So they took it to the state Supreme Court to settle. The court released its decision on Wednesday. The court essentially said Stitt, as the governor, does have the authority to decide who represents the state on legal matters, but they also said the Attorney General can still be involved in this case and even make arguments for the other side if he feels like the state's official position through the law firm Stitt chose is wrong.
This ruling was basically a split decision for the 2 parties. It gave both Governor Stitt and Attorney General Drummond some of what each of them wanted. Long story short, in the end, the litigation can continue with each one of them advocating for their own position.
That said, the court did leave in one caveat for the governor.
There were several statements made by the justices that indicated they felt that there was a decent likelihood that the governor would not be successful in his quest to have these compacts approved by the federal government.
And as mentioned, they had dueling statements. The one we got from Governor Stitt's office says in part, quote, "I'm pleased with the court's common sense ruling, which gives the governor clear authority to defend Oklahoma's interests in court." Meanwhile, the one we got from AG Drummond's spokesperson saying in part, quote, "Attorney General Drummond had argued he has statutory authority to advocate for the interests of the state, and we are pleased that the Supreme Court today affirmed that stance." Now you can read those full statements on KFOR.com.